There have been some incredible rivalries between teams in NFL history, but some of the best rivalries aren't seen between teams like the Ravens and Steelers or Packers and Bears, but rather between players, more specifically quarterbacks. And we've gotten to see two of the best quarterbacks in NFL history consistently see each other in the playoffs and be the reason the other person's season ends. And we all know I'm talking about Peyton Manning and Tom Brady. And the story was always Peyton Manning having better numbers most of the time, a high-octane offense, but inevitably having to go to Foxborough to face Tom Brady, Bill Belichick, and the Patriots defense. And it will go down as one of the best rivalries in all of sports. But the other day, we saw a passing of the torch to what I think is not only going to be a similar rivalry, but can be much, much better and much more entertaining. And there's a lot of reasons to think this. I mean, just a few weeks ago, we could think we've been having the same conversation between Patrick Mahomes and Justin Herbert. And that is fair because they're going to face each other twice a year, every year for this foreseeable future. But Sunday night showed us that Mahomes and Allen have elevated to another level, another planet compared to the rest of the quarterbacks in the NFL. And if any one of them is going to want to win a Super Bowl or an MVP for their legacy in the next 10 years, they're going to have to outduel each other. So let's get into exactly why this rivalry is so special and why it can be even better than the Brady-Manning rivalry ever was. And then we're going to look at some film from their last game to prove our point even further. The first point we need to make is there isn't ever going to be a time where the offense doesn't completely run through these two. This was the case for Peyton Manning a lot of the time, but Tom often had a lot of success against Peyton in the playoffs with a strong running game and a top 5 to 10 defense in the league, and inevitably making a really clutch game-winning drive. Not to say that he didn't have some great performances in that time, but this was the case a lot of the time. But you just get these feeling with these two, Mahomes and Allen, that every single big play is going to be either with these guys' legs or their arms, to which at this point they have both proven to be top 5 all time. So let's see a few examples from their last game. And also, by the way, the last time they guys have played each other, they've played 3 total times, and the total score of this is 100-98. Just wow. All these games have been so close, and I have a feeling they always will be. Now, this definitely isn't going to be a normal film analysis that we have on this channel where it's slow and methodical and breaking down every play. We're going to show all of the huge, crucial plays that Josh Allen and Patrick Mahomes made in this game. A lot of them on 4th and 3rd down, using their arms and using their legs. Right now, we're going to see Josh Allen use his legs a ton, and Mahomes like this on a 3rd down, just using his legs to scramble, create time, and make absolutely Madden-like plays. I mean, it is ridiculous how they're able to find ways to use their legs and arm, and this did not feel like Bills versus Chiefs. I've never seen a game where it felt like a quarterback versus a quarterback in my life, and they both played huge, and we're going to see when they come up in clutch moments, it just feels like if Josh Allen would have gotten left 3 seconds on the clock that he would have made something happen with it. I mean, look at these sidearm throws are just so beautiful. These are like the plays you make in Madden. They were making them consistently where I have to speed it up so much so this video isn't 20 minutes long. But right before half, Josh Allen methodically uses his arm, uses his legs. He runs like 2015 prime Cam Newton, but he also has one of the biggest arms in NFL history, and through his work ethic, through everything. And I'm showing you the highlights. I'm showing you because Josh Allen had 12 incompletions all postseason, and he can make throws like that, but 9 touchdowns, 12 incompletions, 0 interceptions for both of these guys. And they're being able to play some of the smartest football you've ever seen. And now we're getting into the clutch. This is a 4th down, 2 minutes and 40 seconds left. This is a 4th and 13. Be able to stand in the pocket, find Gabriel Davis, his 3rd or 4th option on this team, pick up a huge 2-point conversion, just doing absolutely ridiculous Madden-like things, leaving Mahomes way too much time. And on that play, that was a 3rd and... We have to go back, because this is the drive that set up the Tyreek Hill super long run, but this play was so underrated. They are down by 3. Mahomes makes this huge 3rd and 10 conversion to set up the very next play, or 2nd and 10, to set up the Tyreek Hill, but they gave Josh Allen 57 seconds, and it just seemed like nothing was going wrong for either of these offenses. They were just going to make it happen. Again, 13 seconds left in the game. We can do a whole film analysis on how they played this on defense. It was actually really embarrassing. I have no idea how they did it, but that's why I think this is going to be so much more entertaining than a Brady and Manning, because we saw them use their legs, all these highlight plays, but both of them are completing 70 to 80% of their passes. They have combined the smarts that Peyton Manning and Tom Brady had and put it with the athleticism that quarterbacks we haven't seen with top 5 arm talent of all time. It is absolutely one of the most entertaining, and these are two of the best quarterbacks I have ever seen. They have elevated themselves to a complete new level, and they are going to consistently be in places because of their coaches, because of the players around them, because of their owners, always going to put them in good situations. They are going to consistently see each other in the playoffs. It is going to be evenly matched up, and like they both have good defenses, they both have weapons, and I feel like they always are going to, but it's just so much more entertaining. I feel like they're going to put up way better numbers. They're going to be way better quarterbacks overall when everything comes down to it. And I'm sorry, I don't mean to sound like a new school guy. I understand how great Manning and Brady are, but these guys are just on another level with what they're able to do athletically, extending plays, and still having the same consistency in numbers, being able to complete 70 to 80% of their passes. Now, fortunately for the Bills and the Chiefs, they have great coaching, great supporting cast where they'll be able to consistently be in the situations to play each other in the playoffs. The reason the Chiefs and the Bills have been so good is they have never been content where they are at. The Bills, their only struggle in the whole entire season was they didn't really have a solid run game. This was true until about week 12 when they found the right personnel on the offensive line. They found the right schemes. They consistently stuck to a run game, giving Devin Singletary the ball 20 plus times a game, and they were able to fix one of their only weaknesses their team had. The Chiefs had a 500 record the first 8 weeks because the Bucs gave them the winning recipe to other teams in the NFL, but now they have the most plays per drive in the NFL. The best teams adapt because the Bucs showed you could just sit in too high, make them do everything underneath, and the Chiefs realized this, adapted their offense, and became one of the most patient offenses in the entire NFL. And this is what they were able to do and why they were in the playoffs and why Dallas and Green Bay aren't playing anymore. They had obvious problems, Dallas being the clock management and Green Bay being special teams, and that's what cost them both in the playoffs, losing to the Niners. I cannot wait for next season already. It is so bittersweet that they're playing in the same era because they could have both have such dominant legacies, but they're going to be stealing MVPs and Super Bowls from each other. But we can't forget, just like Brady and Manning didn't make the Super Bowl every single year, there was always a Big Ben or a Joe Flacco and other solid quarterbacks like Phillip Rivers. But look around the AFC, what we have right now in a young quarterback group. We have Joe Burrow, we have Justin Herbert, Mac Jones, MVP Lamar Jackson, all in the AFC, and there's some other great young quarterbacks in the NFC as well that they're going to have to make if they make it through all of these guys. But I think Josh Allen and Mahomes have elevated themselves to a level that this is going to be the premier rivalry in this league. But let me know what you guys think. What do you guys think about this rivalry so far, and what do you think it's going to shape out? Do you think one is going to take a commanding lead, or do you think it's going to be back and forth throughout any given season? Personally, I think it's going to be a lot more evenly matched just because I really like the coaching and the culture for both programs, and I think they're going to be in a lot better situation like Brady was in New England, just having a really good defenses, really good play calling, and not so much like Peyton Manning where he always kind of had the disadvantage in a lot of situations, especially on the defensive end. But let me know what you guys think. Make sure to like this video if you like videos like these. Make sure to comment down below what you think about the rivalry and if it can be even better than the Brady Manning one, or at least more entertaining. And make sure to subscribe if you enjoy daily sports content. I appreciate y'all so much. Thank you so much for checking out the video, and as always, I will see you all tomorrow. Peace!